Hi everyone, my name is LeAnna Wolkis-Goldstein. I'm happy to be able to share with you today a little bit about some things that we're doing at ESGI. And before I do, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I teach in Arizona at Fireside Elementary School. It's in Paradise Valley School District. This is around my 27th, 28th year teaching kindergarten. I absolutely love kindergarten. That's where my heart is, and that's where I spend my days, my energy, my thoughts, my creativity, and a lot of my time. But I want to take a little bit of this time to share with you some amazing things that are coming straight to you from ESGI. Well, at first I was a little nervous when it came to doing assessments in kindergarten. And it wasn't until I found out about ESGI that I started to feel a lot more comfortable, felt that it was very convenient, and everything I needed was right there in one place. I was used to going into a filing cabinet or a binder to try to find my assessments and different activities and things I would use to collect information on my students each quarter. Now I get to just find everything I could ever hope for and imagine right at my fingertips with one click at ESGI. I think they're pretty much all of my favorites. You're going to be able to pull up any of your subject tabs, and you're going to be able to see how your students did on each of those assessments, all on one page, all in one place, all looking pretty good with graphs and charts, and letting the parents know all here in one page how they're doing. Then the student progress tab, that shows the reports. I found something really cool that I learned. You can actually click in the show all subject tab. You can click show all so I can see my phonemic awareness, phonics, language arts, math, and it's all on one page. They love it just as much as I do, that is for sure. I will tell you one little secret. When I work with students, I never use the word assessment. I never use the word test. I always talk to my students and tell them that I'm checking in with them to see what they know. How much information is in their thinking cap. So I'm always looking at what my students know. That drives my instruction. That drives my planning. That's when I know, okay, I need to kind of go and veer down a new path. I might need to stop and back up. I might need to pull this friend back into a different group so that I'm meeting the needs of all of my students. The at-home feature and the shared student screen has been a feature that has just really brightened the end of the year for me, I think. For also my parents, for my administration. I'm actually meeting with my administration this coming up week, and we're doing kindergarten placements. So it's time to start filling out the pink and blue cards and listing how my students are doing in math, in reading, in writing. And I'm able to do this so much quicker because of all of this information that I shared with you that ESGI provides for me. It really takes all of that time away from figuring out how my students are academically, and instead it shows me and it tells me and it helps me come up with a plan. So when I meet with my team and my administration next week, I'm very hopeful. I feel happy about what I know about my students because 2 weeks ago I reached out to my families and I asked them if they would be interested in joining ESGI and I with the at-home feature. And I had 9 families out of 20 that signed up to join with the at-home feature and have already started assessing their students and checking to see what they know. And it's really neat to have that piece included because It almost invites my families into the life of their child. Well, I know that with the assessments that I'm doing with the shared screen feature, I'm able to have some good data that I can now send to the first grade teachers. So when first grade begins and my teachers are looking at a new group of students in first grade that they don't know yet, hopefully they can take the data that I'm able to pass on to them from ESGI and use it in their classroom to have a better little snapshot or a picture of what their children know and are able to do. Also, I'm super excited to have the option of creating a kinder readiness tab and using some of the kindergarten readiness assessments that are already included in ESGI. Now, if you did not know, there is already a feature in ESGI. Let me just click on it. I happen to have it on my computer. I can look real closely. It's called the Test Explorer. And right there, again, adjust your fingertips. Notice I have not moved from this position. You will not have to move from this position when you are doing and using ESGI in your classroom to gather lots of information about your students. So right there, I can find the assessments that would work out perfectly for getting to know incoming kindergartners. So when we sit down in July to start placing our incoming kindergarten kids, thanks to ESGI, they already have tests created by all of their marvelous friends. Yes, let's give them a firecracker cheer.